welcome you to our broadcast today. We've been trying to do this every other day. Thank you for joining in. For those of you everywhere you are, just good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we're going to be talking about immigration. A lot of you sent questions and you sent comments, and so we're going to be doing a program today based on your questions and your comments. So many of you wanted to know about immigrating to Canada. Let me put this out there, okay? Not everybody would live outside their place of residence right now. Not everybody will end up in Canada. I don't even advise that everybody comes to Canada. The reason we're doing this program is to be able to provide good information, because a lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people fall into the wrong hands because they don't have information. So what we're saying, it's not like we're advising everybody to just pack your things and start coming to Canada. But if in any way it is your desire, if in any way you want to come to Canada, either for study, either for other reasons, I want you to do it the right way. I don't want you to fall into the hands of wrong people. I don't want them to eat your money. There are resources out there that you can make use of and save yourself from the stress, save yourself from the disappointment and the pain of doing things the wrong way. So today, I really want today to be interactive. If you have any questions, just go ahead and ask the question, and I will try to answer the question. But a lot of times I have sent links to people, and they tell me, "Oh, Chidi, I don't know how to handle this thing." Erica is going to be helping me today. She will send some links up that you guys will use. The first place to start is always from the website of the Government of Canada, the official website of the Government of Canada. There's tons of websites, but the first one we're going to start with is www.gc.ca. That is where to start. Every other website out there, I don't have anything against them, but those are not the official website of the Government of Canada. The official website of the Government of Canada, where you can start knowing anything about Canada, is www.gc.ca. Erica is going to type that in the comment box so you guys can see it, because maybe some of you need to first of all see it before you know what to do. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to physically type it so you guys see that it works, so that you guys see that it's not just making it up, because a lot of you have expressed so much confusion and you say it's not easy, you don't know what to do. But that's where to start. www.gc.ca. If you're by your computer, if you can browse the internet, I advise that you do that and you come along with me. So that's the first place to start. That is the website for the Government of Canada. Actually, there you will find other things. So I'm going to flip the camera and take you guys over to my desktop, and let us actually do it for real. So here's my desktop. So I'm going to go into Google, and in Google I'm going to type okay, it just takes me up there. So www. It's in capital. I'm going to take out the capital, and then we'll do take out capital, do www.gc.ca. You see what I typed there? www.gc.ca, and then you hit enter. When you hit enter, this is what is going to come out. You see that? So if you can speak French, you're from a French speaking country, you click on the Francais, But if you're from an English speaking country, you click on English. So I'm going to click on English. When you click English, oh, what happened? Something happened to my system. I'm going to go back. Okay, so when you click English, this is what will open. You see, Government of Canada. There are so many websites that are designed to look like this, but it is not right. It is not the correct website. This is the correct website of the Government of Canada. Now, there's so many things. You see, the first one is jobs. If you're thinking about jobs in Canada, you put it on jobs. There's immigration. You see, my application, visa, immigrate, work, study, citizenship. There's travel. There's business. If you want to do business, or how to start business here in Canada. And there's benefits. So today, we're going to stay on immigration. So I'm going to click on immigration, and you come back and you see if you want to immigrate. And a lot of you want to immigrate, so we're going to click on Immigrate. Okay, so you click on Immigrate, and it says Immigrate to Canada. How you can immigrate to Canada, how to protect yourself from fraud, and what to expect after you arrive in Canada. So you can see the government has done everything. They keep trying to make sure that people don't make mistakes. Excuse me. Contrary to the opinion out there, people think that the government doesn't want people to come to Canada. They're doing everything to frustrate you. No, it's not true. The government wants people to come to Canada, but they want people to come to Canada the right way. They want to make sure that you don't come here and become a liability to them. Whether Canada, whether anywhere, no government wants you to just come there and be loafing around. As long as you can prove to them that you have a skill, that you have what they need, they will let you come into Canada. That's how it works. A lot of you ask me, how do I apply to immigrate to Canada as a provincial nominee? Now, there are two. It says, if you want to immigrate to Canada through the provincial nominee program, which is the PNP, a Canadian province or territory has to nominate you. There has to be, there are so many provinces in Canada, just like you have states in Nigeria and some other places. Someone says, I can't see your PC. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry. Just go to www.gc.ca and try to browse it by yourself. So for you to be able to participate in the provincial nominee program, a province has to nominate you. The first thing you need to do is to apply for the to the province nomination program in your province or territory where you want to settle. So first of all, what you have to do a little bit of research and find out whether you want to be in any province in Canada. Do a little research about them. When you decide that this is the place that you want to be, because there's information about them, their weather, the kind of jobs that they're looking for the place, the kind of people that live there. Do a little research, and when you've decided that this is the province you would like to stay in Canada, what you have to do is you have to apply to this provincial nominee program, and to qualify you must have the skills, education and work experience which you will need to settle in Canada and support yourself and your family. Anybody can come here, but you need to be able to, what I think people should do is make sure that if you don't have skills, don't rush into applying for these things. Go and get a skill, get certified. You have been a carpenter, you have been a mason, you have been a bricklayer, you have been because people think it's only people that will go to the university. No. If you have these skills for 10, 20 years, but you are not certified, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you come and tell them that I built the bridge in River Benue, or that, you know, I built the house for the last Nigerian president. It doesn't work that way. You need to find a place to certify your skill. Even if you're a mason, even if you have 2 years experience, go and take that, what do they call it? Is it labor exam or something? Trade test. That's what it is, trade test. Go and take that trade test. I think they do it in some of these construction companies. They used to do it in Julius Berger. Do a trade test and have that certification. If you want to come here and do living nanny, for instance, care caregiver, if you want to be a caregiver, make sure that you get some certification that shows that you have worked with children, even in nursery school, something that shows that you have worked in a nursery school. Get some certification. Our people are there. What is there in being a caregiver? If you know about cooking, get some little diploma on cooking. Get something to show that you're certified. Don't just rush into, oh, I want to travel abroad, I want to fill the form, help me. Okay, I can do welding. I ask you, prove that you can do welding. No, sir, I've been welding for 20 years. How? You need to go and do some certification and make sure it is an internationally accepted certification. Okay, so you need to do that and make sure that you're ready for what Canada will require of you after the province or territory approves your application. So, for instance, if you choose Ontario, you go and see what Ontario wants for you to show them when you apply for to be able to qualify for the provincial nominee program. When you apply to Ontario, they will reply you and tell you if you qualify or not. So after you qualify, after the province approves your qualification, the next step is for you to apply for permanent residence. Now, when you apply for permanent residence, within the time period they set out, they will give you a time that you have to apply for permanent residence. The province or territory will let you know whether you must apply through the express entry system or through regular application process. Some people just go straight and they start applying for the express entry because I heard that this guy got express entry, and then nobody replies you or they tell you are not qualified. You just lose hope. You have to first of all apply to the province. The province will now tell you, yes, we have seen you, I've seen your paper and you qualify. Now apply for the express entry. Or no, you don't qualify for express entry. Then you won't even waste your time applying for express entry, because once they open up that applying season, you just apply direct. But before they get back to you, maybe it's 1 month. Other people that went through the right process, they will fill up the quota, because there's a quota, there's a number they must take in a year. By the time you come back to do the right thing, it's already too late. So make sure you take the right steps when you're doing this thing. Now, says the province or territory will let you know whether you must apply through the express entry system or through the regular application process. So there's the regular application process and there's the express entry. So it's either you do the nomination under an express entry program, which is called PNP, or you do the nomination under the non-express entry stream. Now, permanent resident applications who were nominated under the non-express entry PNP stream should apply for permanent residency using the regular application process. So there's a regular application process and there's the PNP process. Now, note that the selection process and conditions to get a province nomination certificate may be different from one province to the next. Check the province that you're interested in and make sure that you follow their own rules. These are some of the frustrations that people face. Somebody applied for another province, and you just went and took their form and you started applying, even though you're a doctor, even though you're an engineer. But at that period, that province does not need a doctor, they don't need an engineer. You should look, because your friend who is a theater artist was taken in a particular province, it's because that's what they need at that time. So you need to go to this website, check province by province and see what is required, then channel your application towards what that province requires. And this thing changes. It could change in months. If they need to fill a quota for doctors, once they fill it, they don't need doctors. Maybe they need bus drivers. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe that's what you need to go and apply for. So you see somebody who doesn't even have enough money in their account, who is not educated, and they are taking, he's moving to Canada with his family. And you're wondering, but me, I've been doing this thing. I show them all my degree. You are applying in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay? So do your research very well. Okay, but you need to know that the province of Quebec chooses its own immigrants, if you want to live in Quebec, contact the Ministry. It's French. I'm not good with French, but contact their Ministry of Inclusion, and they will be able to tell you what to do. Now, let's look at the language requirements. Like I keep telling people, what we're doing is just a free service. We just do it. It's a voluntary service. We try to give you information out there that can help you. But honestly speaking, it's not really very easy to do these things. You get to see where you can do it, but when you need extra help, we always advise people to seek for help from professionals. You have immigration lawyers, you have immigration consultants. What we also do is we try to help people and direct them to the ones that we know here. We know people that it says, is there any monetary involvement? Yes, but the thing is, when you apply like through the Government of Canada website, there are numbers there. You can actually call them and ask them questions, and they don't start requiring money from you up front. The government doesn't require money from you up front. They work with you to a certain point where you have met the requirements, where you qualify before they start asking you for money. And when you pay to the Governor General of Canada. You pay direct into the government. So there's monetary involvement. But please do me a favor. Always go to the website and see for yourself. You know, there's so much. We can't possibly cover everything here, but we're just giving you the basics, the preliminaries that will help you. So where's www.gc.ca? You see, it's funny. Even when you type www.gc.ca, so many other companies will pop up, and that's the confusion that people get, and I understand. But please look at the URL. Make sure that it's the Government of Canada website that you are clicking on. Don't go and click on anything. There's www.canada. This, I hope this is it. Okay. Osita, Chris. Okay, let's go back and see some of the questions. Lillian said, just for clarification, if you have over 10 years work experience in an international organization, do you still need to get a certification? No. Okay. Lillian. Okay, Architect Lillian. Erica is going to call you and talk with you. Okay. Osita Chris Obena, he says, please, sir, can you be specific on the skills needed so that one won't apply for jobs not relevant? Okay, like I said, the skills you would have to, you see, some of these things are things I cannot do for you. You would have to go to the website and look at skills that are needed. It has to be skills that are needed for right now. So if you have to go there, I don't really, I can't do that for everybody. I can't go searching for you. And there's consultants who do these things. If you are so busy, some of us are very busy. We'll go to work in the morning, we'll come back in the evening. I think you should employ the services of an immigration consultant. They are the ones that can do this research for you. And then if you research for yourself, I don't want people to think that we are running a business with this thing we're doing. It's a free service. Go online, Google, I live in Toronto, that I can do for you. Google for immigration consultants and immigration lawyers in Toronto. If you find any of them, you can send me their number and I can tell you if they are real or if they are not real. If they have a bad rap here, I can promise you I will tell you that, okay? That's one thing I can fearlessly tell you. I won't let anybody deceive you. So, do that, but he says, I cannot be specific about jobs right now. There's a lot of immigration consultants that I can tell you. If you inbox me, I can tell you some of them. Okay, Erica will do. Okay. Amechi, hello, Amechi. Okay, so those are some of the questions. Hello, you are doing a good job. Thank you very much, Crystal Chiwe. All right, guys. So some of you used to ask, what are the language requirements? Let me just treat the skilled worker program. The federal skilled worker program, what kind of language, what's the language requirements for that skilled workers program? Now, to qualify for the skilled worker program, you must prove your language skills by taking a third-party language test. This is very, very important. A third-party language test from an agency designated by us. So you have to, it's not enough for you to say that I read English in the university, I have a master's degree in English in the university. No, you still have to take that language test. It doesn't matter who you are. For you to do the skilled worker program, you have to take an exam to show that you know English. Okay, don't take it literally. How can they say I don't know English? We all speak English here. No. You have to take that test, and that test is not just another thing. Is a lot of people, they deceive people. They have this English language programs all over the place. If that English training center, if that English teaching center, English whatever center is not approved by the government of Canada, it doesn't matter how much money you pay them, it will not be accepted. You have to go and take the English exam in one of the centers that are approved by the government of Canada. Go to that website and you see a list of those people that they are approved for those exams. When creating your entry profile, you must fill in the information related to the language test you have taken in English and or French for your first and second official languages. Now, you also need to make sure that you meet the minimum requirement in order to be eligible for the program. Now, there are minimum language thresholds. Your language test result must be valid. It must be written in the last 2 years. So if you took a test and you did not, and it's more than 2 years, you have to take another test. If you took a test in the past 2 years, you have to take another test. Jacobs, you said, are there job opportunities for medical laboratory scientists? You see, that's the thing I really don't like. This program has thousands of people actually watching right now, so we cannot treat each case. What I have done is told you to go to the website, go on the internet, go to the Government of Canada website, www.gc.ca, then look for the job opportunities according to the provinces. Each province has a different job that they require people in right now. So I can tell you there may not be job opportunities for medical laboratory scientists in Toronto, but there may be job opportunities for another province in Winnipeg, in Quebec, or in Calgary. Okay, so you need to look at the province where you want to go to. Here, the provinces are somehow autonomous, so you have to make sure that the province you want to go to requires the job that you have to offer. Now, the minimum language threshold, it says, they say we've made some changes to the express entry system. So listen, some of the changes they made to the express entry system. You can now also earn up to 30 additional points for strong French language skills. Even if French is your second language, you can earn more points, 30 additional points. Now, if you score NCLC 7 or higher, if you score 7 or higher on all 4 French language skills, you can get 15 additional. These are for people who do French, but please go there and see it for yourself. On writing, on reading, on listening, on speaking, to be able to measure. Let me see, Canadian language benchmark. Give me 1 second. No, this is not there. Approved language test. Okay. You can take any of these. Okay, so there are the tests that you can take. They have the CELPIP, Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, and then you must take the general test, They say they don't accept the general LS test for express entry. Hold on. They have a list of these things. They also have, depending on which country you are watching us from, you need to go and check the approved locations for countries where they can take this test. In Nigeria, you Google, there are places that you can take the test. Now they're doing it. I know about British Council. They're doing it twice. They used to do once a month. Now they're doing it twice a month. So that gives you a better opportunity to take the test. But that test is very, very important. You, in fact, advise people just go and take the test before even start anything. Take the test, have it handy. Nigeria right now, I think it's how much you have to pay for the test. 68,000 naira to take the test. See,
it's going up.
It keeps on, it keeps on going up. Erica says it's going up all the time. Yeah, it's going to go up to 75,000 very soon, I hear. All right, so these are some of the questions that people have been asking us, and the funny thing is, it says, can I count my work as a teaching assistant toward the work experience requirements? The question is, can I add my work? I'm trying to see if there's any question here. Okay, Nelson says, please, is there any professional lawyer who can help me? Yes, off the top of my head, I can tell you there's Barrister Jesu Robo, there's Nicholas Owoduni, there's Barrister Koronkwo, there's what's her name? There's Barrister Foloshade. There's so many of the lawyers here. There's MNEK. MNEK is an immigration consultant. There's so many of them. Okay, so but we can't talk about all of them here. Let me tell you the truth. I advertise people here that actually work in our community. There are thousands of them, but there's a lot of them who are very snobbish. They don't attend community things. They don't help people. They keep to themselves. Maybe they've made it. So if you hear me call anybody's name here, it's because in our Nigerian community here, they participate. They help people. They're out there. Okay, so those are the people that I actually recommend. All right. Is there another question? What is the name of the test exam? The name of the test exam is English. What's it called again? Hold on, I'll tell you. But please go on the website. Go on the website and you will see. That's always the best place to go. See, what's it called? CL. Hold on. It's called hold on. It's IELTS. IELTS. That means the International English Language Testing System. Okay, there's another one. It says CELPIP, Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. So it says here that you can take any of these approved language tests. So it's either you take the CLPIP or you take the IELTS. Okay. Now it says you must take the CELPIP general test. We don't accept the general. So you see, there's another one that is called the general LS test. If you are looking for express entry, they don't accept that general LS test. But again, go on the website and see these things for yourself. Nelson, you're from Malaysia. How are you, Nelson? I think we spoke before. I hope you find some of the things that we are saying here very helpful. I asked you to join in and you did. I appreciate that. Osita Chris Obenna, Please, sir, can you help me confirm the authenticity of it? Okay, we're gonna call that number. Yeah, and you know what, Erica, can you call this number here? Let's see who this number. There's okay. Okay. But no, don't worry. I wanted to make a call right now. I wanted to make a call.
I need the number.
Okay, 514 700 4790. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call the number right now, and I'm gonna listen.
Quebec.
That's this number is in Quebec. Okay. So I'm gonna put it on speaker. So I'm calling the number you gave, and then we're gonna see if it's there's nothing wrong if it's a business. I hope you're giving me the number because it's a business, right? So go ahead and type this number you gave me. What number is that?
Sorry, the person you are calling is not available. Please leave a message.
Osita, I need you to type and tell me the number you gave me. What number is that? Christian Festus, you want MNK's email address because you are in education and in Doha, Qatar, so I can consult him. No problem. We're going to after this, I'm going to do a video and post it on our YouTube channel, Worship Media channel. I'll just advise you to go to Worship Media channel, subscribe, so you can follow up. There's other things that we've done about immigration, but that's where we're going to post people's numbers and post more information about this. All right. Okay. Erica already answered you. Self-PIP is mainly available in Canada. Okay, thank you, JR Junior Honors. Thank you so much. So we did call that number that you gave us now, Mr. What's your name again? Mr. Osita. We called that number and it wasn't going through. I don't know why. If it's a business, this is daytime in Canada. They should be able to answer. And when you see, I'm already beginning to be afraid of that number, because any legitimate business will leave a voice message that will say, oh, you have reached this consultant, we're not available right now, kindly leave us a message. But there is nothing to that number. It just says this person is not available. So my guess up front is that, but you have not even answered my question, so I will keep quiet till you answer my question. So tell me what that number is, the number that you gave me, and then I can talk further. Gabriel, you said I want to work in Canada. How can you help me, sir? Probably you're just joining, but please go to the Government of Canada website. Erica is going to type that website again. The website that you see that will be posted right now, you go there and you type, it's www, yeah, that's Erica just typed it now, it's www.gc.ca. Type into that website and browse that website. It has so much information that you want. What I always tell people to do your homework. Take a day, research provinces, ask questions on Google. What kind of work is available in this province? What are the provinces in Canada? Study them, because if you want to go to a place, you have to know what is in the place. Don't just rush there because people are going there. There might be something that you have that will not make you qualified to go to that place. This is a very organized system. This system does not know any man, woman, or anything. No, but it's a system. It's a faceless system. So if they have made their laws and they say that somebody who is 4 feet high, who has 3 hands, and who studied how to build a roof is not needed in this province for this period, you cannot change it. You cannot bribe anybody. You cannot twist the arm of the system. So you are wasting your time going to that place. If you just, all these things I mentioned now, and I'm just making an example, if you have all that and they say they don't need it, you're wasting your time. So don't go and keep applying there and begging people and trying to see what no, just move over. Look at another province. There will be something. Sometimes they will tell you next year. Just hold on. Next year. and then apply, okay? Or reach out to them. The good thing is that they also have numbers that you can call from anywhere. And when you call that number, please don't think that when you call the number, they will not come and it will affect your application. They will know, oh, I'm trying to come and no. Nobody records your number. Nobody. You don't have to tell them your name. They don't know you. You can ask any question that you want and get the answers. So please do that. JR Ono says, I think the best way into Canada is to do the paperwork yourself. Many Nigerians get put off by the need to read and research. You can't gloss browsing for information, or you fall for easy immigration scam. You just said it there, almost. You just hit the nail on the head. People are so frustrated. We don't like reading. Once you open and you see that it's got no, it's, please, I beg, bros, I beg, do it for me now. Somebody said, please, can you fill the form for me? I'm like, are you kidding me? Me fill the form for you? That's what people do as a job here. That's why people get paid. Like, if you can pay me for the hour, I would pay me $200 an hour. I'll sit down and fill your form for you. But you see, it's people's jobs. In fact, the way the government of Canada has designed this website, they've designed it that somebody who has minimum education will fill this form and arrive in Canada without anybody's help. In fact, the reason why they make you take that exam first is that once you can show that once you pass that English exam, it means you can actually fill the form for yourself and you don't need anybody to help you. They have designed it that it's a self-help website. So you don't need anybody. All you do is go fill. When you don't understand, pause. Go to the help. Look at the number there. Type, what is the time in Canada? When you type, what is the time in Canada? Because sometimes we just pick up the phone and we're calling because it's 3 p.m. in Nigeria. You think it's 3 p.m. here. No. Sometimes you wake up in the morning. Oh, I'm going to call them. 9 a.m. You start calling. That's your 9 a.m. It's probably it's 3 a.m. in Canada. There's nobody in the office. So check the time. Look at their website. See the time for you to call and call within that time. If they put you on hold, sometimes they say, can we call you back? Then I know it will cost money. Or if you're really serious about this, and then buy credit and be ready to wait till somebody answers you. Get a pen and paper. Make sure that your computer is on and working, so that as they are talking, say, hold on, please, let me check. You type, oh, I'm on the page. Which page? They will take you step by step. They can even fill the form with you. They are that patient. They are paid to do that. The person will stay there and fill the form for you. So please, let us not just, I'm glad Jerry Onos, you talked about this. Let's not, and just for one day of patience to just look at the internet and talk to somebody on the phone, people are willing to go and give somebody $10,000. Why don't you give me that money? When I hear the amount of money that people get duped of, I'm like, really? I wish you send that money to me. But I'm just kidding. I don't need your money. What I'm saying is, these things are easy if you can just, have some patience and look through it. Like I said, we're waiting for any questions. If there's no more questions, then I will just continue with anybody. You can send us an email at admin@worshipmedia.ca. Erica is gonna type the email address so that you guys can see it. admin@worshipmedia.ca. You can send us an email and we will continue with you. But please go to YouTube, search for Worship Media. It has the WM. Click on it and subscribe to our channel so that we can bring you more of this and we interact more. It says, how can I apply for Canada visa? Christopher Okonta, you just joined in. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pretend that I'm you and I go on the internet. Okay, but you know what? I don't go on the internet. First of all, go to the immigration to the Government of Canada website, then go to immigration. Your question is, how can I apply for Canada visa? When you go to immigration, you see there's application, there's visit. Now, the next question is, the Canada visa, is it for what? Is it to come here for because you see it's ambiguous. The visa, is it to come and study? Is it to come and visit for leisure? Is it to come and attend a seminar? Are you applying for visa after you have are you seeking asylum? What are you coming to Canada for? So that's the first question before you start asking about the visa. Visa is at the very end of the process, not in front of the process. So maybe you can go further to tell us what the visa is for. But like I will tell you, go on that website. If you did not hear any other thing that I told you today, I told you go on www.gc.ca and start from there. And there's so much that it says working visa, but you live in the United Arab Emirates. Okay, so yeah, you're looking for a working visa, and like I said, it's also there. I go to immigration, I click on work, and then it says apply to work in Canada, extend a work permit, or hire a foreign worker. Okay, these are different things. And then you go to get a work permit. If you want to get a work permit, I click on get a work. I'm actually telling you all this from the website. It's not like there's another place. Now, to get a work permit, it says work permits are applications for temporary workers, business people, students, and caregivers in the live-in caregiver program. Now, it says find out if you need a work permit. See if you need a work permit to work temporary in Canada and find out if you are eligible. So you click on it and it says your question. I'm gonna have to get another question from you, because it says what type of work will you do in Canada? So you need to tell me what kind of work do you want to do in Canada. Do you want to become an athlete or a coach? Do you want to become an aviation accident or incident investigator, a business visitor, a civil aviation inspector, a clergyman? So you see, if you're a pastor and you want to come here and do pastoral work, there's room for you. A convention organizer, a crew member, an emergency service provider, an examiner or evaluator, an expert. So you can get with a company that invites you to come and be an evaluator they can organize a seminar. Actually, somebody can organize a seminar in a field that no other person can do here in Canada, and only you will be the person that will come and teach in that seminar or come and do whatever. That is possible. So if you're coming as an expert witness or an investigator, that is for police work and security work, you say that you're a welder by profession and also a pastor. Good. So if you're a welder, here there is it says, let me show you the kind of jobs. These jobs that are listed here tells you that these are the jobs they need right now. So family member, healthcare student, a judge, military personnel, news reporter, performing artist, and then it says my job isn't on the list. You click my job isn't on the list and you submit. If your job is not on the list, you need a work permit. So that means for you to come here and do welder all those things that I listed before, you don't need a work permit. That's what I understand now. So J.R. Ono says, a welder, please look at Saskatchewan express entry. Good. I like when people make this kind of comments. That's what is supposed to be, very interactive. Thank you, J.R. Ono. So he says, as a welder, you should look at Saskatchewan. That express entry really works for that. So you need a work permit, and for you to be eligible for a work permit, no matter wherever you apply, you must prove to the officer that you will leave Canada when your work permit expires. You must show that you have enough money to take care of yourself and your family members during your stay in Canada and to return home. To get a work permit, you must obey the law and have no record of criminal activity. We may ask you to give us a police clearance certificate. These are the things they might ask you. Now, you must not be a danger to Canada's security. You must be in good health and have a medical exam if needed. You must not plan to work for an employer listed with the status ineligible on the list of employers who fail to comply with the conditions. You must not plan to work for an employer who on a regular basis offers striptease. If people are doing striptease, erotic dance, escort service like prostitution or erotic massages and things like that, you are not eligible at all. And you must not give the officer any other documents they ask for. Give the officer any other documents they ask for to prove that you can enter the country. You must not give the officer any other documents they ask for to prove that you can enter the country. Oh, sorry. I'm just getting mixed up. You must give them any other documents. Now, global skills strategy applicants. There's the one they call global skills strategy applicants. You can only benefit from the 2-week application process if you apply from outside of Canada. So look into that too. It's called the Global Skills Strategy Program. You must hire temporary workers for faster with the Global Skills Strategy. Okay, it's something that we should even look into. Who is eligible for the 2-week? So listen to this, it's very interesting. They have a 2 weeks application process under the Global Skills Strategy. It says, who is eligible for the 2 weeks processing? It must be somebody who has done labor market impact assessment, LMIA. That's people who don't need to do the labor market impact assessment, because if you want to come here, they have to do that labor market assessment for you. But if you don't require it, then you can do the 2 weeks program. Anyway, we've been here for close to 1 hour. For a lot of people, they can continue, and we've said most of the things that we need to say. I'd like to thank everyone for being on the program, and also much thanks to Erica for doing our support there and answering the questions. Please, if you like what we do, you want to help us keep doing what we're doing, we're just asking you a favor: go and subscribe. From all of us here in Toronto, Canada, and the Worship Media Studios, this is Chidi and Dr. Erica signing out.